Hello, my friends. How are we? Welcome, 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 everybody. Happy 1 year Zepbound anniversary to me. 365 days on Zepbound. I know that this was not the original intent of this video. However, I am having some technical problems with my phone. So I wanted to still be able to get this video out to you guys. This is really giving me a glare. So I'm going to shut that off. Hopefully that is a little bit better. I just still wanted to be able to jump on here and say hi to everybody and at least get this video out, even if there's nobody that comes in here. Hopefully I'll still at least be able to publish this video so that I can do my 1 year anniversary video. So my apologies, the quality won't be as good. But like I said, I am having some technical difficulty and I just still wanted to be able to do this. So if you do pop in while we are live, it is a little after 8 p.m. on February 26th. So if you are here, please say hi. I would love to know that you are here. So 365 days, guys, 52 weeks, 60 pounds, a little bit more. Luckily, still not a little bit less, but the struggle bus has been real recently. I'm not going to lie, but I just wanted to jump on and kind of recap the year a little bit with you guys. So for anybody who might be new here, just a super quick backstory. My name is Cheryl. This is my channel. I have been here for a year documenting my journey on Zepbound. Hi, Rose. Thank you so much. Zepbound is a GLP-1 medication. And in case you don't know, this is what it looks like. Comes in a box like this. And inside of the box, you will see 4 pens. And the pens look like this. You take off the end. There's a needle inside. You plunge it. This is a plunger, and you get your medication. So I do this once a week, typically on Saturday or Sunday. And in doing so, this medication has assisted me in losing over 60 pounds to date. I have been heavy my entire life. This has been a struggle forever. Almost 2 years ago, when I went to a physical at my doctor, I discussed for the first time ever the fact that I would like to discuss weight loss medication. At that point, she made me do some blood work. Long story short, we found out I also had chronic kidney disease after an ultrasound. So medications that the doctor was originally trying to put me on would also target weight. And we couldn't get approved by insurance for the first 2 medications. Then we couldn't get the 3rd medication. There was a shortage going on. That would have been for the Wegovy. Finally, the Zepbound. And that still took me a couple of months to get it. When I finally got the notification from Walmart that it came in, it was Tuesday, February 27th. I was in the middle of a union meeting and got the text from Walmart. And as soon as the meeting was over, drove to Walmart, got my first box of Zepbound, came home and gave myself the injection. I read the directions and did it. I didn't do any research. I didn't get prepared. I did nothing of the sort. That weekend, I did my first YouTube video for Zepbound. I had many YouTube videos posted prior to that. And I did a shopping video where I was on my way to the store. I was going to buy all the things. And I decided, you know what? Let's document this. So I did. And you guys, some of you have been with me ever since. So thank you so much for any of you that have been here since the beginning. I appreciate you all so much. And I appreciate your love, your support, your encouragement. It really, truly does mean a lot to me. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, I would not be here where I am today, and I would never have made it to 60 pounds in 1 year without you. I say this all the time. I love that you guys hold me accountable, and that accountability helps me more than you can imagine. I went for a walk again today because I had so much encouragement from my walk yesterday, and I don't want to let you guys down. And I know all of you will say, like, you can't let other people, determine what you do, but you do. You help me in such a way that I don't want to let you down. I know how many of you are rooting for me, and I know how many of you take time out of your busy lives to give me 10 or 15 minutes of your day. And I know how valuable that is, because I also pick and choose the YouTubers that I watch, because I've been watching YouTube for many years, probably 5 years. I watch a lot of Disney YouTubers, and now Zepbound, or weight journey people as well. So it truly does mean a lot, because I know that you guys could be doing so many other things with your time, and you're choosing to bring me into your life and your heart for a small portion of your day, and I don't want to waste your time either. So it does mean a lot to me, and I do really hold myself to a different standard, because I want to I don't want to disappoint any of you, if that makes any sense. So anyway, that is just my little sorry. So back in February, I began my journey really knowing nothing at all about anything to do with this medication. In the beginning, it was phenomenal. I had no side effects. Everything was great. My first weekend on the medication, I made like a huge boo-boo, and I had probably too much of like a rich food. We had gone out to eat, and I had an alcoholic beverage. I will say that is one thing. I know a lot of people that are on the medication that says they can drink, they're fine. I am not one of those people. If I have one drink, I feel like I am full up to here, and I don't feel great. It doesn't make me sick, but it just makes me uncomfortable enough that I know that it's really not for me. I can have the occasional cocktail, but to me, it's just it's almost not even worth it. So, so I don't really do it. Yeah. So another thing that I would just like to put out there for everybody is the way that I have done things on my journey is probably looks a lot different than a lot of other people. Sorry guys, I'm talking a lot and I'm really thirsty. So I did, if any of you watched yesterday's video, I took 5 milligrams yesterday on top of the 5 milligrams that I took last Saturday. Don't do what I do. It probably wasn't the best idea. Last night I was pretty nauseous. Thank you, Eva. Eva, you have been here since day one, since my first live show. Thank you so, so much. I only think this is like my third live, but I know for my first one you were here, and I know that you have been here since the beginning. So thank you so much. So yeah, last night I was a little nauseous, like nauseous, like the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, it was gross. So I'm drinking some sugar-free ginger ale right now. So no side effects in the beginning, no side effects for months. I got to 5 milligrams because I stayed on 2.5. You guys probably would even know better. It was either 2 or 3 months. And then I went to 5, and I was on 5 for a really long time as well before I moved to 7.5. And I want to say that was maybe September, October. Maybe it was even later. I'd have to go back and check. I'm so bad with, do I have a 5, a 7? This might be my 7.5. When did I fill it? October. So I probably didn't take it until November because I was usually ahead of time. So October, November for 7.5 milligrams. 7.5 milligrams made me very nauseous. And then I started to get mild constipation. And then watching some other videos, people were saying, 7.5 really wasn't that great. I went to 10. 10 was so much better. So after a couple of months, probably like 3 months, I ended up going to 10 milligrams. Ugh. Me and 10 milligrams are not friends. 10 milligrams made me nauseous. And at that point, I really started to understand what all the hype was about because the constipation kicked in full force. I had not had that issue for 10 months. I felt so grateful and so thankful. And I was like, I'm going to be the one to escape this. And I felt horrible for anybody that was going through it. But I was taking my Benefiber and I was drinking water and I was doing all the things. And I don't know if I got lazy, if I got cocky, or if 10 was just like, to heck with you. But 10 was horrible. Then Christmas came and I got really, really sick. I had like a flu, bug, stomach thing, vomiting. It was days. I was really, really sick. Finally go back to work. And the day before, was it the week after? Like the first week of January, I got the norovirus. And I have just since then, I have not been able to get myself back on track. So the doctor at that point had told me to go back to 5 milligrams to try to, help my system because I had just been sick so much. And I work in public education. The flu, the stomach bug, the noroviruses, it's just been nonstop. It's been terrible. And I just wasn't able to ever feel better. So I went back to 5 milligrams a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, the food noise and the hunger suppression, not so much. I was great the first time around. This time, I don't know. So I had even contemplated like stopping for a couple of weeks. And anyway, I'm at 5 milligrams right now, and I'm going to try to stick it out. And I'm going to try to up my water intake. I'm going to try to go back to my magnesium. I'm going to try to do all the things I was doing in the beginning. And I have been doing my water this week. I've had water at work every day because I was doing the sugar-free ginger ale for a while and I shouldn't have been. But from being sick for so long, it's just my body, that's all I wanted. And so this is interesting. Tell me if anybody else has had this happen to them. My taste buds have changed. So I was a ginger ale girl. And I always kind of prided myself on the fact that like, I didn't like caramel colored soda and, it was just ginger ale. The sugar in the ginger ale is just as bad, but I am a ginger ale girl. And I have been for several years now. And I could do like a couple of 2-liter bottles a week. So it was mostly at night. It just like when I got home from work, but recently not feeling good, I switched to sugar-free ginger ale. So a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh, let me just get a ginger ale. Like, we were having company. And I was like, I'll get a ginger ale in case I didn't want diet. So obviously, once it's open, what do? I drank the rest of the ginger ale. It tastes terrible. I think the sugar, like my body doesn't like the sugar the way it used to. And I had a half a brownie Sunday night before I went to bed. And I know, terrible. That was my first mistake because I always say after 7:30, I can't eat anything. And I had made these brownies because I had company over on the weekend and it was still on my damn counter. And I split it in half and I ate a half a brownie. Oh my God, the stomach ache I had that night. And I think it was the sugar. I think my body has become accustomed to much less sugar intake, that it's been kind of wild when I do have certain things, but the ginger ale tastes completely, completely different to me. And now I look for, and my body wants the sugar-free. So I'm sure, it's got aspartame or whatever else in it that isn't good for me, but it doesn't have the sugar. So I am going to say, you know what? It's fine. That's what I'm going to do. So I feel like right now, in my life, maybe not these past 2 weeks, but in my life, I feel like I am definitely like more on track than I have ever been in my entire life. And I have said this many, many, many times before. I am not on a diet. Like, I have one friend who's a beautiful friend. I love her more than life. And she'll say to me all the time, how's your diet going? What's your meal plan? And I'm like, I'm not on a diet. I don't diet. I refuse to ever diet again in my life. That is not sustainable for a lifestyle. And I don't want to do that to myself anymore. I just don't. I I feel like this is the best place I've ever been in my life. Am I perfect? Yeah, I think I'm kind of perfect actually. I think I'm doing as perfect as I can be. I think I am doing my best every single day. Do I want to eat salad every single day? No. Does every day look the same? No. I don't want to be on a diet for the rest of my life. That's not something I want to do. I want to make changes that are sustainable to have a long, happy life with my family and with my amazing grandson who brings so much joy and happiness to my life. And every single time I see his face, it reminds me of my main reason why I started this journey and why I wanted to get healthy to begin with. He is the most amazing little human ever. And when I'm going to cry just thinking about it. When I can get down on the floor and play with him, when a year ago, I couldn't get my phone when it fell under my bed. I had to have my son come and do it for me. And now I get down on my hands and knees and my grandson chases me around. And it is the most amazing feeling in the world to be able to do that. And it's because the past year, this medication has changed my life so dramatically in ways that I can't even begin to describe to you. I just can't. Every aspect of my life is just better, except for I have one son who said to me Sunday, are you going to stop that shot now? And I was like, why? And he said, because you look weird. And guys, I'm 159 pounds right now. I'm 5 feet tall. I don't look weird. I'm still chubby. There is nothing, bring on the sunshine, guys. There's nothing weird going on. Like, I definitely am not skinny by any means. But when I thought about it later, and then I had to explain to him, honey, I'm not only doing this for weight loss, but mom has to do this for the rest of her life because I have the kidney disease and I need to have medication forever so that I can keep where I am and not, escalate that. And he said, you look weird. I don't like it. And then when I thought about it, I've been heavy his entire life. There was a point, and I've been heavy my entire life. This is a little weird for me, probably, when I actually think about it. But I told you guys last week, I put on a size 10 pants and I bought another pair of size 10s the other day. I don't know that I have ever bought a size 10 in my life. And I'm not joking. And if I had to have a goal, which I really don't, you guys know I don't have a goal. I think right now I would like to lose another 20 pounds, but I don't have a goal weight. But if I had a goal, I would say, maybe to wear a size 8, because that seems like perfect, womanly size to me. And I've never been in a single digit in my life. So, Eve, I do not agree with me as much anymore. Sometimes I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah, sugar and yeah, I agree with you 100%, Eve, Ava, on the sugar and the oily stuff. I used to probably fry a lot more. And I have to say, this journey has been beneficial to my entire family because I'm the only one who cooks. I cook for my family. And I have changed that as well. When I would cook, say, chicken cutlets, we're a big chicken cutlet family. My boys are Italian and everybody loves chicken cutlets, right? So if I make chicken cutlets or chicken parm, I would make like 30 pieces. I would make a lot of chicken, and there would be a lot of leftovers, and everybody would eat a lot. I don't do that anymore. I actually do the TikTok way. I posted a video about it. I changed the way I make my chicken cutlets, and they're much smaller now. But everything I did was kind of in excess, and I've changed that. I don't like even tonight. I'll tell you guys what I made in a second. And then for my husband, I knew wasn't going to eat that. So I made him some pork ends and I made him a salad. And there was a time in my life where I would have made sure that my husband had a potato, that he had a starch. He doesn't need it either. He's kind of trying to do the same thing I am and just be healthier for our kids. I will definitely, Nicole, thank you. A couple of people have asked. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to like overkill you guys with haul videos, but several people have asked about my last haul. So I'm thinking this weekend I will do that video. So it'll probably come out next week, but I definitely will. So this is one of my new shirts. It was $1.79. Bring on the sunshine, guys. My friend and I love watching your channel. Oh, Joanna, thank you so much. You've been on for 2 years, 80 pounds. That's amazing. It is harder when you're a diabetic or if you have any other underlying conditions. Hi, Mary. Yeah, it's definitely harder. And people don't get it. People think it's just easy. You know what I mean? People think, oh, she's taking the shot. Life's easy. It's not. We're all still going through it. We're all still doing all the things and working hard at it every single solitary day. There really is. And I've really been thinking hard about 5 milligrams lately because, I think it would just be easy to say, okay, suck it up, go to the 7.5 and take the nausea medicine and, have the Miralax or whatever it is to go to the bathroom. But that's not sustainable either, right? So my issue with the 5 right this minute is a little less hunger suppression and a little more food noise. But I'm also trying to change my life, which I've changed threefold in the past year as it is, but this maybe will help me work through my issues a little bit and trying to also make myself control some of that hunger. So I think the medication has given me a lot of the groundwork and has laid the groundwork for me. But I need to now, I think, step it up and do some more of the work and not rely on the medication to do that. And I started that yesterday by getting my butt out at lunch and starting to walk. And I thank my beautiful friend Mary at work, who today came with me and said, that's it. From now on, we're going to walk at work. And I'm thrilled that I have done 2 days now, half an hour each time. And my goal was 3. So I promised you guys 1 more. So I am going to get something else in this week. And I thank you guys all for being that sounding board for me. I had somebody yesterday say, tell in the video, say you're going to do it this day and this day. And I have those things in the back of my mind all the time. But like I said in the beginning of the video, you guys are really the motivation behind so much of it. And I don't know that I could ever really express to you, except maybe some of my other friends who have a YouTube channel, how much you really give to me and how much you help me, because I know that I have somewhere to go to talk to. And even though I'm not always getting that back and forth from everybody, having a place to go where I can vent about these things for a little while definitely helps. So thank you for that. Eva, it's definitely harder. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Heart failure as well. Yeah, that's really hard, but you're doing awesome, girl. Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much gonna do it unless anybody has anything else for tonight. But I just wanted to go on and let you guys all know where we are and where we're at. So we've said it multiple times, 60 down, no real goals. And the one thing that I have said to you guys before, in case you have made it this far and you're rewatching this video, is I don't do calorie counting. So I went to a dietitian back in July or August, and I have 2 or 3 videos in the playlist below about seeing the dietitian, and they told me to throw away the calorie counter and concentrate on the protein. So protein is what I do, and I try to do 30, 30, and 30. So I try to do 90 grams of protein a day. And it might not be in a full balanced meal, but that's what I am able to do. And this is what is sustainable for me. So if you go and you watch some of my other videos, you'll see like most of the things that I do during the course of the day. So protein shakes and protein coffee. Guys, if you like coffee, Slate iced coffee is phenomenal. It's a little pricey. I actually do get it auto shipped to my house, and that's not something that I normally do for anything else. But it has 20 grams of protein, and I bring that to work. And when I'm starting my day at work, I'm drinking my iced coffee in my little Mickey Mouse or Daisy cup. And that's 20 grams right off the bat. And over the past year, I've said multiple times, I've always had some type of a bar that I rely on so that I'm forcing myself. I'm not a breakfast eater, but if I have a bar on my desk, so typically I'll have my drink here and then a bar open around like 9-ish, and then I'll munch on that as I'm working. And that's usually between 10 and 15 grams of protein. So for a long time, it was the Aldi bars, the white chocolate macadamia nut. Those were my favorite. And then it was some of the Quest bars. And currently it is the Fit Crunch bars by Robert Irvine. I know a lot of people said them for a long time, and I didn't go and buy them. And I have to be honest, it's because I was never a huge Robert Irvine fan. I always found him a little abrasive, and I was like, I'm good. So I finally tried one, and they're phenomenal. And now I have 4 or 5 different varieties. And my son's girlfriend and I were looking on the website, and she was like, oh my God, there's so many more kinds. Because actually she bought a box the other day too, and she works with me and she now eats them as well. But online on their website, they were really pricey. They're $6.99 a box at Walmart. So Walmart, bring in some more Fit Crunch bars, because they're way too expensive on the website. But they had some really awesome flavors. So currently that's my morning. And then yogurt, or the lunch is always dependent. This week it's been, what did I even have yesterday? I don't remember eating anything. I know I ate something, maybe a yogurt. Must have been a yogurt. Today and yesterday it was cucumber slices with like ranch dip that I made from Greek yogurt. The slate that I have tried, I'm a French vanilla girl, Rose. So yeah, slate is awesome. I love it. But Nicole, I'm only French vanilla. I haven't tried the chocolate or the mocha just because vanilla is like my coffee thing. That's kind of like what I have to keep going. Joanna, thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. You guys are so sweet. So the Slate coffee, the Fairlife chocolate is superior as far as protein shakes go. What are some of the other things that I like? I mean, I'm a chicken girl. We eat a lot of chicken here. Yeah, vanilla latte. Yeah, it's the only one I get too, Rose. And I actually, like I said, I actually do Slate delivery now, because they were only doing individual at Walmart, and I think I was the one buying them. So every time I would go to order them, they would be sold out because there was only like 4 or 5 on the shelf at a time. And then when I tried to order them through Walmart, they weren't shipping. And then the same problem I was having through Amazon. So I ended up going right to, yeah, the vanilla is the best. Are you talking, Irene, are you talking about the vanilla protein Fairlife or the vanilla latte, the Slate iced coffee? So I go right through Slate. It's $49 a shipment, and that's for a case of 24. So it works out to just over $2, and they're $2.99 in the store. So I am still getting like a bargain, and I just go right on the website. and I don't have to get the shipment all the time. Like you can suspend it, you can change it whenever I don't need it. So like right now I have a case in the closet and I brought a 12 pack to work so that I don't have to bring it back and forth every single day. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Oh, that's sweet. So the Fairlife protein chocolate is my favorite. I've tried the strawberry vanilla. The strawberry banana. It's okay. It's better if I mix it with like some fruit and kind of make like a smoothie out of it. And then the regular vanilla, again, it's just okay. I would prefer to like mix it with something, but if I'm not feeling great or I'm trying to get some protein in, I'll do the chocolate Fairlife. And again, since GLP-1s have like really blown up, it's the chocolate is the way to go, Irene. But these things are getting harder and harder to get. They just are. I really struggled for a bit with finding the Fairlife chocolate. I know at one point Fairlife vanilla was like super hard to find. And I thought we were going to be like in a crisis again, just like with the shots. And now chocolate is harder to get. There are very few on the shelves at the store. You have a nutrition place that you go, oh, the Herbalife protein shakes. That's awesome. Okay. See, I live in like a really, really country rural area, and I work like 3 miles from work. There's nothing around me. So I'd have to go past the turnoff to work to go to even like Dunkin' Donuts, which I don't go to, but there's nothing else in the area. I know that there's a couple of like those shake places, like 2 or 3 towns away, but it's just not near me, close enough to make it, worth going. But I will definitely look at trying one of them. Sometimes I've seen a lot of people post a lot of pictures. They look phenomenal, but those have got to be at least $5, right? That would be a lot. I don't know. Are you talking about ones that you make at home, Joanna, or do you go there to the store and they make them for you? I'm just curious because I've seen a lot of those like places pop up. You can order them online. Okay. All right, I'll have to look into it. I've had a few different companies reach out to me about like working with them, but I'm always so apprehensive about doing stuff like that. I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm trying to sell you guys something or that I'm fake and phony and doing things for the wrong reason. So that's why, if you guys want to call me, I have been drinking you for months and months and months. I'm already a customer. Fairlife, bring it on. But I just get apprehensive about other things and working with them. Gian still says chocolate lava cake. Okay. All right. See, I'm not so much. I used to do the mix-ins a lot more. Now I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to be bothered. So I know this is going to sound so ridiculous. So one of my big problems with making a smoothie or a shake and bringing it to work with me is I feel like I've got my bag. In the winter, I have my jacket, whatever else I need. I have a lunch box. Now I'm trying to shove my lunch in my bag. And then I've got like 2 or 3 cups. So I'm taking a cup of water. I'm taking a cup with a shake. I was taking a cup with my Slate coffee in it because I won't drink out of the can. It tastes funky. So now what I do is I bring one of my glass Mickey cups to work with me on Monday and I wash it out. I brought soap and a sponge and I wash it. And then I have my iced coffee in that Monday through Friday. And then on Friday, I bring the cup home and I put it through the dishwasher and bring another cup back to work on Monday. But I brought in a 12 pack so that it's at work because I felt like I was bringing all of these things, like all of these cups to work all the time. And as stupid as it sounds, that's my main reason for not wanting to make a smoothie to bring to work anymore. I'll just throw a bottle in my pocketbook and then keep it in the refrigerator. But I got so tired I even ran out of cup holders at one point because I was doing like 3 cups and I was like, this is just ridiculous. So anyway, that was so just super quick, I will just let you guys know, since this is my 1-year anniversary video, I am officially 60 pounds down. My BMI, guys, this was a big one. So I've told you all multiple times, people always ask me like, oh, what's your goal? How much do you want to lose? Like, first of all, why do you care? And when did it become okay that like everybody's asking us about our weight all the time, right? Thank you so much. Um, so I don't have a weight goal. I think one day I'll look in the mirror and be like, you look pretty okay. Well, no, right now I think I look pretty okay. But maybe one day I'll look in the mirror and be like, girl, you look good. Stop. That's not where I am right now. I know I think I definitely need at least another 20 pounds, but I am not putting a goal on myself. I think I would definitely like to do another 20. And like I mentioned earlier, maybe, a size 8 would be a reasonable goal for me. But a healthy BMI is my main objective right now. So when I started this journey, my BMI was 42. I am 5 feet tall, 52 years old. My BMI was 42. That's almost half of my body weight, guys. So that was really not good. Currently, my BMI is 30.7. So I believe 27 is where my doctor is like, that's our aim right now. And then after that, we will discuss, what she thinks going forward. So her goal is for me to get to 27 and then assess the situation. So 42 to 37. So we have lost 11.3 points of BMI. That right there in itself, I am pretty proud of. That's pretty huge to me. Measurements. I'm not even going to go through the whole where I was, where I'm at. I wrote that. I had that in I have books everywhere. So that was in one book and I did the calculations and put those calculations here for you guys. So in my waist, so my waist would be here. Okay. So waist wise, 5.5 inches. My hips is more like my lower stomach. That's where I needed to lose the largest amount. So that would be anywhere, down here in that lower region and some of us, it's just where it sits. And to date, I have lost 9.5 inches in that lower stomach, fupa, hip area. My chest, so my bra size, 5.5 inches, but in the girls themselves, 7 inches. So of course, that was the second largest area to go. In my thighs, 3 inches, my calves, 2 inches, and in the arms, which that's always going to be a tricky one, is the least amount at 2 inches. And that's kind of a tough one to measure because when you try to measure, this mushes and squishes and it's not real. So that's a tricky one. So 2 inches. The one thing I will say, if I have to be nice about myself and to myself and say, is 3 inches in my thighs. It doesn't seem like a lot because 9.5 is such a bigger number. And my calves only 2 inches, although I've always had very muscular calves. I danced for many years. I see the most difference in the mirror in my legs. And I have to tell you, that was one of the things that when I would sit down, especially when you go to the bathroom, my legs, I was just starting to notice that big area right in here, how huge my legs were and how uncomfortable. And after all the surgeries, it was just, that was one thing that I was I didn't even want to look at. And I have noticed a huge, huge, huge difference in my legs. So I am very pleased with that. And as I told you guys the other day, if you were here, I'm going to Florida in less than 2 months. And I don't care what size I am. If I'm going to Florida in the warm months, I am wearing some shorts. And I would usually try to do some longer shorts and just stay away from pictures and stuff like that. But I don't care. I'm my legs don't look as horrible as they have in the past, and I think they look pretty okay. So I have not yet gotten any shorts. That's my next thing. So I know some of you have asked to do a shopping haul video, and I have to say the savers that Kyla and I went to. So if you're new here, Kyla is my best friend. We've been friends since we were 5. We went to Savers, which is a thrift store in another city last weekend. And I was a little skeptical about it just because of where it was. Oh my goodness. The stuff I got, and I got some really great shirts for my son. He's really into war and military and stuff like that. And I got him some really cool t-shirts. So I found a lot of great things, and so many things in that store had tags on them. So guys, if you have a thrift store, consignment store, used clothing store, Salvation Army, Savers, anything like that near you, Goodwill, I would love to have a Goodwill near me because that's one store I haven't made it to yet. Go check it out because I've been getting all of my clothes there. So it's phenomenal. And I cleaned out, I didn't take pictures of it. I should have. I cleaned out 2 construction size trash bags full of clothes from my closet. So I will do a closet haul video and show you guys. I might have like an old closet picture. The Yeah, I definitely will probably get some bike shorts, Irene. I'm not scared. I mean, I did them when I was 200 and something pounds. I will definitely do them now. And I did see some really cute ones when I was looking online that were kind of like bike shorts, but then they had like a little bit of a short over it. And in the biker part, they had the phone holder, like kind of like they do for like a pair of leggings. So I might grab a couple of pairs of those. It's just sometimes I see these things and I'm like, girl, you got to remember you're 52, so I don't ever want to try to look like I'm looking younger, but I do want to be comfortable. I'm all about comfort. Yeah, so those are my measurements, making sure that I let you guys know, as much transparency as always, that I don't count calories. I know many people do. The whole calorie deficit thing, I asked the dietitians, I've asked my doctor, nobody could ever give me like an accurate number. They were always like, it was like from here to here, here to here. And I was always like so stuck in the middle that I was always afraid to go up or down, even the littlest thing. And then I would mention something and there'd be like comments saying, you're not getting enough, you're eating too much, you're not. And the dietitian was like, no, don't do that. We don't care about that. I mean, and I'm not saying that like I eat 6,000 calories because it's, 90 grams of protein. No, I'm not doing that either. But I don't count them anymore because I was going crazy. It was a lot. We were at dinner I made dinner tonight. And so tonight, this is a perfect example. Tonight for dinner, I made chicken nachos. My son's girlfriend, we were talking about like food the other day, and I was like, I don't know what do you think? What should we make? And she said, well, my favorite thing is, and I was like, huh, really? So we did barbecue chicken nachos. I made my chicken the same way I make my chicken tacos. I put it in the Instapot, did some seasoning, threw some barbecue sauce in there, took my hand blender, blended that bitch up, and poured some more barbecue sauce on it, got it all nice and yummy. I made some nachos. I did some like store-bought nachos, and I cut up some tortillas and baked them. And then I sprinkled that chicken on there, put some cheese on there, did a few layers, and we baked them. And she said at dinner, 10 out of 10, this was the best meal I ever had. My son loved it. I loved it. My other son loved it. Everybody enjoyed it. I had to make something different for my husband because nachos wasn't going to really be his thing for dinner. So I made him some pork and a salad. He was very content. And I had nachos and they were delicious. And I made a platter of nachos and 4 of us ate the nachos. So you can still do things that make you happy. You don't have to be on a diet all the time. I ate food everybody else made. That everybody else ate. And I just ate a portion of it. And when I was full, I stopped eating. And I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel badly that I should have done this, should have done that, whatever. I ate my dinner. And in my dinner, I had probably 25, 30 grams of protein, which is what I need to do at a meal. And that's what I do. I try to get in 30 in the morning, 30 by the time like 1, 2 o'clock rolls around, and then 30 before 7 o'clock at night. And, you know, if I have more than that, that's great. That's even better. But that is my goal each day. And it has been working phenomenally for me. So, yeah, I just wanted to share all of that information with you guys. It has been the most unbelievable year. This has probably been the best year of my life. I mean, Rowan came into the world. So, right there, you know, I knew things could only get better, obviously. But everything that this medication and YouTube and all of you amazing folks has given me has just been nothing short of amazing. And I am grateful each and every single day for Zepbound and for all of you. I thank you all so very much for being here with me on this journey. And I invite you all to stay with me for the next year and see what that brings. I think that's going to about do it for tonight, guys. Thank you, all of you that were able to join me tonight. And if you're watching back this video at a later date and you guys are on your journey, you're doing amazing. You're doing fantastic. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for being here. And remember, guys, when you can't find the sunshine, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Be the sunshine. Bye. Good night, everybody. Good night.